And
Said we'll intro.
Hello and welcome to the Mooses. This is question time. Welcome.
James, can you turn that down for me?
So on today's podcast, what we are doing is talking about the EU referendum, the highlights and the downsides of leaving the EU. We're sort of divided here with by the Mooses. Me, James, and Jordan kind of think that leaving was the best thing, and the other two don't.
Yep.
I forgot I'm wearing two hats.
So, Chris, Sam, do you want to give your point across first?
Sam, do you wanna start first? We'll fit in because we're cool like that.
Right. To begin is
Just saying, your
difficult to begin.
argument here to start with is you're in because you're cool like that. Really?
Yep.
Okay,
Chris,
fair
shut
enough.
the fuck up. Let me start this. I don't think it was a necessary gamble in which we needed to take. I don't think it was necessary. We were fine as we were, and that's my starting point. Do you want to respond to that, Beatson?
Hold on. Hold on. I haven't said my part
Oh,
yet.
for fuck's
I'm
sake.
just going to point out.
You fell asleep, you're boring me.
I'm just going to point out what it's going to do to us, and how it's going to sort of affect us in a way that is, like Sam said, kind of pointless, and we don't really need to go through it. So, we joined the EU wanting to fix our economy. That's back in 1977, alright? Back in the 70s. Our economy was at an all-time low, and it was pretty bad. At the moment, our economy is the same as, like the 1980s-ish. So, it's alright, but it's bad. And if it gets any worse, it could, go back.
It's a massive step backwards.
However,
Can I say something about the what you've just said there, Chris?
Yeah, sure.
You can't blame. You can't really put that into the EU because that really wasn't anything to do with it. I know we joined the EU to sort our economy out. We also joined because if we didn't, there would probably be a war. Not going to say that because we've left the EU, there's going to be a war because we're not that stupid anymore. The only reason that the economy was so bad in the 80s is because the Conservative Party, aka Margaret Thatcher, really cocked over. And what it was she basically sold everything Britain had to everyone in the world, but didn't get pretty much any money back, and that is why our economy dropped. It didn't really, and the EU admittedly did bail it out, but
So can I say this one thing? This is what's going to happen to us.
this is what allegedly is going to happen.
Yeah, which is also what happened when we joined, which in a way is good, but in a way is bad because we have to go through the same thing. So let's say that James, you're a farmer because you look like one anyway. But we'll go with it.
What? Farmer?
You're going to sell your horses.
We're gonna be
You look
nice.
like
guys.
ponies.
We're gonna be nice.
Right.
Calm it.
So let's say you're a farmer.
Yeah, don't worry,
You're
we're
selling pigs or any form of livestock within the EU, and you're trading it. You're trading it within the EU. If we were to leave the EU and our economy was to go lower, this would really affect this farmer because they wouldn't be able to get money off the government in order to, help them trade with other countries because we've just left and we need to sort out, trade between different countries by forming trade federations.
We're still going to be trading with Europe. Just because we've left the EU, it doesn't mean that we're not going to be...
That money that we send to the EU, that we trade, or that we send so that we can trade within the EU, is going to cost... That money, it's still going to be the same amount. Even when we need to form these trade federations, it's going to cost us the same amount in order to trade with other countries within the EU.
Exactly. So we basically haven't lost anything by leaving.
Well, no, but you can't
What
say
you say?
that. You can't predict what they're going to do.
What I'm
Chris,
saying-
you've
what
just
I'm
said,
saying-
no, Chris, you've just said that we pay the same amount even though we've left the EU.
Yeah, which is pointless. So we're not going to be better off. We're going to be the same. But what I'm trying to say, it's going to affect
In
us.
that way, in the
us
economy way,
most.
yeah, we're gonna be the same. But think about how many different of the areas that leaving the EU has benefited. The borders, and I mean, I get that everybody who voted stay is calling everybody who voted leave racist, but it's not. We're trying to get our country back, and we're not being racist to an extent. We're just saying that
Right, we're not
we
being
need to get the
racist.
British.
Sorry,
people
sorry,
first.
sorry. 52% rise in hate crime across the UK, and that's by British people.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying everybody who voted leave isn't racist.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean.
No,
But-
when you're saying that these immigrants have to leave and all that, they consider themselves British, and I consider them British because they've earned their place in our community, if you like. They've earned their place.
If
and role.
anything, I'm not trying to be racist, but if anything, they're robbing us. They really are. Because
I don't think they're robbing. I think
they
that's
are,
the
they are.
term. No.
Like, they're just taking our money. They don't want anything to do. They don't want to be British. They just want
They
what
do.
we have.
Most of them do. It's just some. They don't take the time to understand these people because they're too busy thinking that they're gonna.
The whole idea of multiculturalism doesn't work. As much as we would love it, and in a perfect world, we would love it, but multiculturalism doesn't work. It's such a big culture clash in the UK at the moment that it is starting to, like Chris was saying, there is starting to be hate crimes, and it's nothing we can do about it. It's just we're so different from
Okay.
people from like let's say Latvia or Slovakia. They're so different. Their way of life is so different to the British way that when they are just doing what they would normally do in Slovakia or a country like that, they can't do it in England because it's so different. Like there's such a big culture clash, and that is the thing. As much as it's a brilliant and a loving idea that everybody in the world could stay together and be friendly, multiculturalism in general doesn't work.
I don't think that's necessarily
So-
true because if you have a
Can I,
family,
can I finish my pig story? Can I finish my pig story? Right,
fine.
cool. So let's
Oh,
say
so anyway,
that- No, what?
Eating
No.
you fat slow.
My pigs! My pigs! Right, so basically, this farmer, right, he can't sell his pigs anymore. He can't sell them within the EU. But now, if they were to say the government wants them to trade, but they want them to trade a certain type of crop, I don't know, something like wheat, then they would have to ask for a loan, which they would be in debt to. Let's say it cost them something like, I don't know, £1 million or something. I don't know, anything, right?
Just put
I know
a
it's not
simple
going to
figure
cost
to
that
it.
normally, but let's just put it there, okay? So let's say that farmer, right? He needs to sell his crops in order to pay back that debt, pay back that loan that he borrowed from the Bank of England. So he needs to. This is going to take, by the way, years. Yeah, this is going to take up to like 20, 30 years. It's just crazy. So
Who's
what's the-
snoring?
So
But I don't think you
what-
understand,
what-
Peter,
What
the
I'm
fact
trying
that
to
the
say
pound-
is that space between now and 30 years later on, I'm going to be like 40, 50 years old, and it's going to be... What's the point? If we're just going to try and get back to the point where we were now, then what was the point of leaving? Why don't we just stay? I mean, I know what
Chris,
you're saying.
British industry is going to benefit so much from this. Think about every British thing that's manufactured. That is going to go up in price.
We sold most of our stuff that we sold. We sold most of the stuff that we made because
Yeah,
we
but
were in the EU.
even companies that aren't English companies are still going to benefit, and Britain is still going to benefit from those manufacturers. Like
But are we going to
take
benefit
BMW
further?
or take Mini.
That's
They're
the
both
idea.
German
Are we gonna benefit
companies,
further
but
from leaving?
they're normally built in the UK. That industry is still going to profit more, even though it's not a British company.
Right. So, do you want to move on to out now? I think I've said my part and Sam said his. Do you want to move on to out?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, sure.
You want to
So,
start?
Who wants to start with you, your James?
James, this guy's been a bit quiet.
He's been asleep apparently.
Yeah, I have.
Thanks,
Jesus
James.
Christ, Christmas bloody pigs.
You leave my pigs alone.
You and your fucking shut and
About
ponies.
the Leave campaign. James, start. Okay, James, I'll take it from here.
No, what? Oh, sorry. That's something else.
What, Black
So
Ops?
the reason I voted Leave is because I believe that Britain is going to benefit so much from this. And I mean, it looks bad at the moment, and if you have all the facts and figures, like somebody, Chris, then you're going to think that leaving the EU is a bad idea because everything is going down. Yes, that is true, that, you know, everything has gone down.
30
but
years.
trust me, it's going to come back up, and it's going to be coming,
30
and it's
years.
going to come back up a lot sooner than 30 years.
CUM.
Trust me. Give it 2 years when we're properly out of the EU, it will start coming up. Give it 5 years and it will be as it is when we left the EU.
Can I
like just as it is. Give it 10 years and we'll be better off for the EU.
Right,
Also,
sorry,
I'm not finished.
No, that's fine.
That is one part of leaving the EU. The £350 million a day we send to the EU is going to be spent on loads more for Britain. School, education, everything.
No, it won't,
like that.
because it will cost the same amount as it will for us to trade.
The big thing
Don't worry,
that happened
Chris.
as soon as the EU...
You had your say and we didn't interrupt you.
Exactly.
So let us have our...
Bullshit, you started
So-
snoring halfway through.
So,
Yeah, sorry, I got
Guys,
bored.
so the
Whoa,
big thing at the
barbers.
moment in Britain is people saying that the Leave Party or the Leave campaign lied. They didn't. They never said that the £350 million a day is going to be spent specifically on the EU. They always said that it's going to be spent on stuff like the NHS.
Lied.
No, they didn't. They didn't lie. They never said that it's going to be specifically
Right,
spent
right.
on the NHS. It's going to go
Nigel
towards...
Farage
It's
admitted that
also
he
going to
lied.
go towards so many different things, like education, everything that is welfare's Britain.
Well, I think we
Can I
should be
ask
spending
about
on
money?
education.
The
Because
350 million
32%
pounds a week we send to the
of
EU, which we
immigrants
will no longer
have a
send to the
degree.
EU.
21%
Can you guarantee
of
that's
UK
going to go to the
nationals
NHS?
have a degree.
No, I can't, and I would never have made that claim. One of the mistakes I think the Leave campaign made. What
Well, a moment, that was one of your adverts.
Well, it wasn't one of my adverts, I can assure
Well,
you.
that was one of the Leave campaign
It was,
adverts,
it was,
but
it
that
was,
money was
and
going to go to the NHS.
And I think they made a mistake.
That's why many people have voted.
They made a mistake in doing that. But what I can tell you
But
is
he
we have a
did
nice
lie.
feather bed.
Chris, no.
The evidence
17
is
million
there.
You're
people
not
have
allowed
voted
to bring
for
up a video
Leave.
like
Yeah.
that.
Based, I don't know how many.
Having a debate, you're basically stealing a clip and showing it. We're having a debate here. We're having a discussion. You can't bring in other clips, other news bit, other opinions when we're having our own.
It's not
So
an
also,
opinion.
can I just say, people moving over from the EU since 2000 has contributed 34% more financially to the UK than they have cost. So your fact that they're costing us way too much, that is complete
Also,
bullshit,
that
point
money
to-
that's supposedly going to the NHS is going to cost us this. It's going to cost us the same amount to trade with countries within the EU.
Exactly.
Plus, can I just say,
What you guys are saying is that we're still going to be the same even though we've left the EU. But
Yeah, we'll
we're
be.
not. We're going to be better for it.
no, right? Can I just say, it took us from the 1970s to about 2008 to get to, or to
What happened in
about now, to
2008?
get us to.
Chris, what happened in
where we were.
2008? A financial crash. Do you know why that was? That was because of the EU and all the banks being greedy and not paying their taxes.
Mistakes
Because they were under EU regulations.
But it
Mistakes
did
happen,
improve.
like-
Everything improved. As soon as we joined the EU, everything improved, and our economy rose. The pound was worth the highest it had ever been, and it was just.
Yeah, but to be honest, because we still use the pound, we never really were part of the European Union. I mean, yeah, we were, but we didn't really benefit from it, did we? We still used the pound, and the pound is still ours.
We did
Yes,
benefit.
but-
We benefited
but-
from
but-
their security with their trade.
No, we didn't. The EU is a dictatorship. It's telling us what to do. We had so many EU regulations that it was just stupid. Like, for example, there was a man in Birmingham, I think, who wasn't English. I'm not going to say what country he's from, but he wasn't English, and he raped and murdered 2 girls. we couldn't send him back to his own country because of EU regulations. Is that right?
We shouldn't have to send
Exactly,
him back. We
it's
should
not
punish him
right.
in our
That
jails.
is not right,
No,
is
but
it?
we should punish him in our own jails. We should feel safe enough to punish him in our jails.
No, we should
Money
send
should be spent
him
on
back
jails,
to his
not
own
sending
country.
him back.
If we put him in prison here, like moving a little bit, changing the subject, but English prisons are way too nice. They are. We should be a lot more tolerant and a lot more tougher with everything we do. We should bring back the death penalty and everything like that. But
That's completely different
We're trying to make it
he
better,
should be
not
sent
murder
back to his own
people.
country. Why is the British taxpayer going to be paying for a rapist murderer? Why is the British people supposed to be paying for him to go in prison? Why can't we send him back to his own country? Because the EU said, and that is stupid. That is wrong.
Yeah, no, I do get. No, it is wrong. It is wrong. Why should they have the right to stay here while they're raping our people? You know,
You
all
can't
the kids
say
that
that
now
they're
going
all
to get
raping
raped.
your people.
I'm not saying
You
everybody.
can't say
this
that.
is just this is just a
immigrants-
story.
Oh,
This
you
is
can't
just
say
one
about the rape.
particular story. I'm not saying that everybody who isn't English is a rapist.
Sorry, I'm trying to find my
Not
David Cameron gif, and it's hilarious. So if everything looks black for a minute, oh there it
What
is, there it
happened-
is.
What happened if we were, remain? It wouldn't have changed anything, would it? Except now we can, instead of being shackled by the EU and its regulations, we can do whatever we want. If we want to
But
trade
what
with
happens
someone,
if it doesn't
Guys,
pay
you've already
off?
said
What
that
if your
leaving the
your
EU
animal hasn't paid?
financially,
You are
or because we've left the EU, we still have the same trading and everything like that. Nothing in that
Not
department has
necessarily.
changed. The
We
only
have
thing that's
stopped
changed
so
is we
many
can
of
be
the
a bit more
countries.
free.
We're not welcome. Nigel Farage was awfully treated at the last EU because we voted left. That shows that we have got a negative relationship with these countries now because we aren't supporting them. We were supporting these little countries, and now we're saying, no, we're not going to support you. So why on earth would they want us back? Why would they want to trade with us?
The EU, right. Think about the European Union like a group chat in Facebook. And one person has left. That doesn't mean that they're not friends with any of the other people who's still in the group chat. They just
Well, no,
feel
but there's a
better
reason
on
behind
top
you
of
leaving
the
this group chat, isn't there? There must be a reason behind it. You don't just leave it. You must have left
Yeah,
it for a reason, and
because
that
we
reason
feel
probably
better
pissed them
without the
off.
group
9
chat.
times out of 10, somebody just, oh my arm. Somebody pisses you off. If Sam annoyed me, I'm like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I'd leave the group chat. All the other countries and their regulations and all this, yeah, but basically pissed us off because all the rich people up in London, all the businesses getting all the cash, you know, don't think about us, normal people that work our asses off for a living. No, because all they want is profit, profit. Not putting anything back in. Sam, shut up. Not putting anything back into community, so we can't get anything. But you know, there's David Cameron earning his whatever. What, a year?
40 grand.
Exactly, a year. And us normal people, you know, earn a minimum wage, maybe a bit more than minimum wage, I don't get anything.
James, you live in a cupboard. Shut up.
I thought you said there was no insults,
guys,
alright?
you said no insults,
You're
come
Lee,
on.
yeah? You're a little posh twat who probably snipped David Cameron's balls for a living.
I'm not posh.
Oh, Mr. Cameron.
And there it
Guys,
starts.
No, but this is where Nigel Farage
we've had our
lied.
meat part. Let's try and
huge
keep
lie.
it calm.
But no, I am right. I am right.
No,
Yeah, you are
you're
right,
not
Jake.
necessarily right.
Yeah, you are.
That's
right.
not necessarily right.
Yeah, like how Jordan's laughing.
Yeah, Jordan's like, yeah, you're right, guys. But so right, let's sort of sum this up. Let's sort of sum up, you know, our opinions. So me and James and Jordan think that leaving the EU is the best thing for Britain, and we've done such a good job, and we are going to be so much better off for it. You just need to watch. And at the end of the day, the referendum is done. We've won. We can't go back now. As much as people are saying that we should have another referendum because it was unfair. No, that is democracy bullshit. Democracy has won. Let it win. And yeah.
Exactly.
Can
You
I
can't
just
change
say-
it. You insulted me because, yeah, you know...
30 years of my life are going to be spent trying to pick up where I could have been. I could have been alright. I could have been well off. It would have been easy for me to get a job, getting a nice flat or house. Really, like, it's going to affect
Nothing like
us
that.
the most
Chris.
out of all of us.
Mate, seriously, nothing's gonna change. You're too.
It will. The pound has devalued
Everybody who
hugely.
voted in is just worried because they don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
Exactly.
Why don't we
Right,
take the
gamble,
fucking
no,
risk?
Right.
Even the
You
vote,
shut
even
up
the
and
Because
listeners
it's a
have
risk.
no idea. There's no idea. They have no idea what's going to happen. They can
Listen,
guess, but there's
right?
no hard evidence.
Because
of
they
what's
don't
gonna
The
like
only
happen.
reason,
Look
the
forward.
only reason the value of the pound has dropped is because when we left the EU, all the people who bought stocks went, "Oh crap, we've lost the EU, we've left the EU. What should we do now?" You know, so everyone sells their stocks because they're worried that they're going to lose money. Yeah, so that all the money goes down because loads of people buy stocks,
Yeah, but
and
then
that's
people
why.
put up
Yes, but that's
prices,
exactly how
and then
that's
the
how the Wall
pound is
Street crash
cut.
happened.
The prices
People didn't
come
want to sell
down.
their stocks. 1929 Wall Street crash happened because of the same reason. If we let it happen like that again, then
Did you actually Google that?
No,
we
I
do
learned
history. We learn about Britain, and then
we
how
know
it-
our facts, Beats, and that is a fact. You didn't learn about it when you decided
Yeah,
that
you can't say that the Wall Street crash is gonna happen to
it can
Britain
do.
because
It's
it
a
won't.
lot. It's a
It
big.
won't.
It's something that could happen a
There
lot
is
more now that we're out.
A dip in the British economy at the moment.
not
and
a
that is
dip,
because
it's
it's
not a
news.
dip. It's like we're back in the
landslide.
1980s. So
Come
it's
on,
different.
it is a dip. You guys are
It's
just
not a
worried,
dip.
you worry too much. Just accept the fact you've lost. Don't be sore losers, and come on, we've
We
left.
can be
We
sore
haven't
losers when we
lost.
think this is going to affect our future.
It won't
We
affect.
care
our-
about Britain and how
We
it's
care about
affected.
Britain. We are proud to be British.
Right. Okay.
Even
In
though
conclusion,
it's not German.
it's nothing we can do.
Exactly.
That doesn't. But I'm saying that I and other people that voted. Well, I didn't vote, but other people that believe remaining in is a good idea are not going to take responsibility for this.
Guys,
That's
can
all I'm
I
saying.
just ask you to check out the stream, please? Because I think this is hilarious.
Yeah, I've seen it.
On
And
behalf
yeah.
of everybody who voted leave, we believe in Britain and how great it will be in the future
You
because
like
it will
Winnie
be,
the Pooh?
and in the
Yeah.
long run, it's going to pay off. And just watch, we're going to be so much better.
What, in 40 years' time when I'm like... You know it's going to be a while yet, Seb.
Oh god, yeah, it's going to be a while, but it's going to be worth it.
We'll be back in the same position. That's all it is.
No, we won't. We will be better off for it. Just
We'll be
watch.
back. It's going to
Anyway,
take us
change the
50 years
subject.
to get
Yeah,
back
we're
in the
it's gonna hit the
position that we
same
are in.
place, but apart
When we were in
but
the EU.
not staying there. That is what's gonna change. We're
But
gonna
we
hit the same
can't,
place.
we
yeah,
can't
but
say
then we're
that for
gonna-
definite. We can't. We're not sure. Nobody's sure. Nobody knows yet because we don't know if we're even going to be allowed. At the moment, Germany and France, they hate us.
They don't hate us.
They do hate
They
us.
don't hate us.
They hate
They
us
do.
for
They're
leaving.
just jealous
They've-
because we've got our country back. Quoting Donald Trump. there.
Right. So, do you wanna move on to Black Ops 3?
Let's
should we-
move on to the Black Ops
Should we
3
move
trailer.
on to Black Ops 3? Right, cool.
Oh,
Okay.
You can join the chat now.
Alright, go on, Jordan.
Oh, nothing to say.
Jordan, is there anything you want to say?
It's,
wanna say
fucking
first?
sick.
It is. It looks absolutely tank. I watched it live. Like I was one of the first people to see it, and I was just like, "Oh damn!"
I'm going to say now.
It was
I
so-
know
it
you
was
guys
so
are going to
good.
be.
It was so good. I actually cried.
I know you guys are going to hate me for this, but I'm not sure.
Oh
I
my God,
like
is
the
it dead?
idea. I don't like the idea that it's moving towards aliens and dragons and shit like that.
Yeah, the dragons.
It's a cool
It was a
aspect,
good trailer
but I
until
don't
the
think-
dragon came.
I think it would be better if we went back to World War
That
Two,
was like like
Well,
Black
it's
Ops
just-
2.
Black Ops 2 maybe, yeah, or
I
Black
want
Ops.
Call of
that
Duty to
kind-
go
Yeah,
back to
well,
World
when they had the exact
World War-
same thing, except they had
World War II,
dogs
sorry.
instead of dragons.
Yeah, because it was a lot more believable. I like the idea. I don't like the
Sorry, I just
idea
found a
of
Chris sucking on dick.
dragons flying around and all that. It's not.
Well, no, in the bloody trailer of it, it doesn't actually look like. Well, I think it does fly about, but I reckon it's a trap, like what they've been doing.
Yeah. It's like
Like
Mob
Chris-
of the Dead with those hounds on there or something like that.
Yeah.
It's. I think it would be better if. Well, I guess it's good that they are adding this stuff, but I think they should also add some other stuff that is less sci-fi, if you know what I mean. I think it would be nice to not go so futuristic. I think it'd be nice to add something more realistic or pleasable into the game.
So right, sorry, I'm doing stuff. So, can we talk about Call of Duty as a whole and how who wants the futuristics? Huh? Sorry, what was
Hate
that?
it. Absolutely hate futuristics. Go back to
doesn't
making
belong.
World at War.
Well, that's what Battlefield have done. Battlefield have won this.
They
I think
stole
won
the
next-
market by doing what
Yes.
the producer the consumer wants, and that's what
Exactly.
they need to learn from it.
Exactly. Call of Duty.
They never
We're
listen to
trying
the
to test.
consumer.
The Call of Duty were trying to test Battlefield, see who was going to take the biggest gamble and
They
see.
never, ever listen to the
think that
And
consumer.
I think they lost their gamble.
The trailer is just a sort of, oh shit, Battlefield got it right, let's try and make another sort of that era game. That is what's happened.
It's nice
They've
that they've
waited
gone to
too
World
long.
War One.
They
though,
They've
Right,
I
seen
mean,
Battlefield and they've gone, oh crap, we're fucked.
yeah, but that's Activision. You can't blame because companies like Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer Games and Treyarch, they are all told what to do by Activision, and Activision need to realise that this is not what the consumer want, and they want something different.
I think they should give these companies. I think Activision shouldn't have control over these sub companies. I think these sub companies, they have, like Treyarch. I think they made the best Call of Duty.
Hold on. Can I just? I'm gonna try and find. Something. You keep talking a minute, and I'll
I
interrupt
think
in a minute.
Treyarch have done the best game, and I think Sledgehammer have made the worst game. I think
They've only made
rubbish.
one. You can't.
Yeah, I know, but it was rubbish. I don't
Oh,
think.
brand new
What?
news. The Call of Duty Infinite Warfare trailer has finally hit 3 million dislikes.
Wow. See, that's
Yeah, but that's not three. That's not 3 individual million people.
No,
like,
but it's one of the highest, hated.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
only
yeah.
because people keep making fake accounts just to delete.
Well, no,
just
not
to
that,
dislike
yeah, but
you.
still, there's going to be a large
James,
proportion
listen,
of
they want
dislikes.
to send the idea that they don't want this. They want to show that they do not want this, and they want to go back to, like Seb was saying, the kind of World at War style.
Yeah, I think that was the
I think
best.
the problem is Infinite Warfare will still sell because there are some new comers to the genre of
My
Call of
brother's
Duty.
gone ahead and pre-ordered it. but
Exactly.
it-
The younger generation, not the younger generation, but younger people are going to buy it because it looks cool, and that's going to mean Call of Duty and Activision are going to just keep on making games because they know they're going to make money out of it because people are still going to buy them, and I think that's the problem. If
Well,
people
Steam
didn't buy
summer
them-
sale, anybody? Call of Duty's on. The whole franchise is on for sale.
Is it?
Yeah. You can get all the World War II games for like £20. It's pretty good. Just thought I'd say that before, you know.
Anything else? Anyone else want to add to the?
I mean,
New
we're only
DLC?
talking about the new DLC.
To be honest,
and,
the trailer wasn't even a trailer for the game. It was just a engine trailer.
No, it was them playing the game, but it was taken from.
I know, but it was like it's in the early stages of
it was
development.
taken from a
I'm not saying- I'm not
spectator
defending
shot,
it.
which isn't from first person. You can't learn
I'm
that
not-
from the DLC. So that's how they trick you. They want you to buy it and find out for yourself. So even if you
I'm
don't
not-
like it, they don't care. They've got your money.
I'm not defending it. I'm just saying, don't just make assumptions because you never know. It could
What's
come
this
out
for?
and it could
For
be the
Infinite
best game
Warfare?
of the year, but it could be the worst.
I-
Yeah, I'm not saying oh yeah, it's gonna be the best because I love Call of Duty because that's it. You can't change my opinion. All I'm saying is that you shouldn't just jump to conclusions like straight away. Like it
No,
could
the
literally
problem
be the
is-
best game of the year.
But the problem is, it's very similar to Advanced Warfare and similar games like that. And I as a consumer, have really, really disliked and not enjoyed those games at all. So a game
I loved
similar to those
Advanced.
will not sell to me. It will not sell to me as a game. And it won't
Yeah,
sell
but I
to
love
a lot of other
that.
people.
That was
Yeah,
one of the
that's
first
what I'm
games
saying.
I actually enjoyed.
Exactly, but there's people like you that will buy it, and there's people like me that won't buy it. And at the moment, I'm not saying there's more, but it seems like there's more people that don't like this kind of game. They got bored of this kind of game. It was good when it first came out, but it's got boring now, and they want to return to what it was before. And it'll probably keep doing that in a cycle. It'll go from boots on the ground to flying in the air, boots to the ground, flying in the air. It'll keep rotating on that because people get bored and then they want something new. They get bored and then something new. It'll keep going like that, I reckon.
Yeah, I know, but all I'm saying, I'm not defending the game right now. I'm not saying, oh yeah, you guys are complete assholes because you hate the game before it's even out. I'm just saying, don't.
Don't write it off before
what
it's
am I
come
trying to say? Yeah, exactly. Don't dislike the game before you've even played it. Like as I said, it might literally be the best game of the year. Everyone's playing it, because it's so damn good.
Wow, Chris.
But it might be the worst.
James, if you could see the stream right now, you'd probably want to kill me.
Oh, that is mean.
Whoa,
But yeah, I did see the trailer for the new game, and I was edged towards Battlefield 1.
Right, I'm now watching the stream. That is hilarious.
I bet you he's discriminated against me.
Because you're the only one that wants it.
The only reason I want to, like,
No. Alright,
play
before you go, oh yeah, you're
now
the only one
is
that
only
wants to
because I
play
missed the world.
I
like,
don't.
World
I'm
of
just
War,
saying,
not
don't beat it. Don't beat the game down before you've played it. It's just.
Yeah, I understand where you come from, but it's just a game that
If you were
will
in a
not sell to
restaurant,
me.
you looked at something, and you looked at something on the menu before you've ever tried it. Would you go, oh, I don't like that before you've even tried it? No, you wouldn't.
I will say that James does have a point. We don't know what the game is going to be like until we've actually played it and we've actually, got feedback from what the game's going to be. We've only seen a trailer.
We've
So,
seen gameplay.
you can't really give your opinion on what it's going to be like when you haven't played it.
We've seen gameplay, I mean,
The only way you can sort of see it is by the look.
Yeah, but it's the previous games. It's very similar, and like I said, it won't sell people that have. Like if you go to like Beaver said, if you go into like a McDonald's,
it's the atmosphere.
and you
that
have a
people
look
aren't
at a
happy with.
burger, and it's got, I don't know, some like lettuce that you don't like, and lettuce in it or tomatoes in it, and you don't like that. You're not gonna buy it, are you? It's not something that will appeal to you, is it? That's what I'm trying to say.
Like if I
then
put it between,
Battlefield's got things that doesn't, I don't particularly like. I don't like the movement system at all. I don't like the big open maps. I like mine contained small, says lots of action and lots of in a short space.
It's very difficult to keep these maps small and narrow if you're flying around with jetpacks.
Seb, you should have gone back and seen the David Cameron thing. That's great.
I was
Yeah,
watching
but
the stream, but I'm not now.
yeah, I saw that.
But Infinity Warfare will be boots on the ground. That's what I've
Oh,
heard.
mate, you done pretty well with that.
But I'm not.
Hold on.
I'm just not very.
On a matter of opinion, individually, are you going to buy the game? Sam, are you going to buy the game?
No.
James?
I don't know yet.
Chris?
That's what I'm gonna say.
By looks, this is by the trailer.
No, I won't.
No? Jordan?
Yeah.
Yep. So that's 2 yeses and... Wait, no. That's 1 yes, and 2 undersides, and 2 no's.
To be honest, though, I do. If I was between the Battlefield 1 or Black Ops, well, not Infinite Warfare,
Yeah.
I would go to Battlefield 1 only because I miss
Yeah.
the old
Yeah, I would do the same. I
old
miss...
World at War stuff.
And plus,
I would
nobody big has made a World War One game, so it's going to be new and exciting, like
I was-
leaving the EU.
Exactly.
I would still.
Was that an exactly
still-
there? So you agree that we should leave the EU?
No, I said.
Yeah, no,
You
go
said
back.
that.
That is
Don't
really-
you dare
that was
twist
an
my mic.
exactly-
No, you bitch.
That was an
Anyway,
exactly.
let's move on to something different.
So it's 4 against 1 now, Chris.
No.
Sam's
I'm
no
not
good
saying
at
that. No, shut the
To be
fuck
fair
up.
though, I
No.
would still,
said
I would
exactly,
still buy
you said it.
Infinite Warfare only because I still like the futuristic as well.
I get,
In
yeah.
my opinion, I like it as well, not just.
Yeah. People like different things, I guess.
I mean,
Anyway.
I think it's amazing that, like, you know, Infinite Warfare is very futuristic, but it does look pretty cool what you can do. But
Can we
then,
just take a moment and watch Bugs Bunny do some cool move?
Crazy.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
I'm having way too
next
much fun.
topic. Next and final topic. Euro 2016.
Which ain't gonna
What
go
have we
well.
thought?
Miss,
And
alright,
what we
I
thought
was
has
just
gone
seeing what you
well.
put on the stream, which is
Chili
funny,
sauce.
because I'm not doing that at all. I'm just saying, don't jump to conclusions. That's literally all I'm saying.
Anyway, whoa. We've moved on now, okay? Euro 2016.
Right after this.
Oh.
Wow.
Chris.
Not
The-
thinking anything better.
Oh.
Chris
Right.
is going mad with
Right,
power.
right, let's move on to the Euros. Yeah.
Yeah.
right, I'm gonna
thought
take a
England are
shower.
Oh, okay.
England
apparently
were awful.
I've got nothing for the Euros. Hold on, let me try and...
I think
No,
England.
first of all, England just didn't perform well.
I think Roy Hodgson should have been
Fine.
sacked after the World Cup, last World Cup in Brazil, because we didn't even get out of the group stage. That was an awful tournament, and I don't know why he kept his job.
I think it's good now that he's resigned.
It's good that he's resigned, but it's a bit late. We've
Yeah.
already been knocked out of the Euros by Iceland. Let me just put this into numbers. Iceland's team value is 76 million. Our team value, England, is 750 million. That's nearly 10 times more, and we lose. I mean, they're
Yeah, but
second
that's nothing
coach
to
is
do
a
with that.
part-time dentist.
Whoa. That has nothing to do with it at all. What about Leicester?
It does. It has a massive to do. It has everything to do with it.
What about,
Our team are full of
Leicester's people?
professionals.
Yeah, but all of them professional pretty much if they got to that
Well,
stage.
no, but their best
Well, you're
player,
professional
arguably
if
their
you
most
get paid,
experienced,
right.
their most highly rated, Gylfi Sigurdsson, he plays for Swansea. I mean, Jamie Vardy just won the league, and we've got players from Tottenham who have just come fourth. Is it fourth? Someone in the league. They're top four in the.
Second one, it?
Wait, no, Leicester won it, but where did Tottenham come?
Yeah,
Tottenham
came
came.
second.
Jordan, I've got it. Wait, get ready to watch stream.
I'm still watching that thing. But...
Ready? Get ready for this. Yeah. This is all you need when talking about the Euros. It's basically what
I'm trying to play a game. I'm trying to edit. I'm multitasking it. It's like
Jordan, you woman. Well, it's just.
There
I
you
don't
go.
know.
See?
Black screen.
That's what Joe Hart should go back to.
A black screen.
Yeah.
A black screen.
Yeah.
Should go
It's not even a
dark.
black screen for me anyway.
It's gonna
Still
be
comes up with that.
Oh, there we go.
It's because you'll be slightly behind.
Exactly,
Yeah,
there
so-
you go.
Yeah.
Heading shot. Yeah, that's why he belongs. I think Joe Hart, he's a good keeper, but I don't.
He's not the
I think
best.
He made so many mistakes in the competition.
He gets too pumped up. I think but even when he's even in the tunnel, he was swearing and shouting. He just needs to chill. We need to give him like a pound of marijuana and just make him chill before the game. We need to calm him down because he seems so. I don't know. He just seems crazy. Just running around. He's just stupid. He needs to calm down and focus. And I think.
Oh, good one, Chris.
If he does that, he'll be a good. Fuck's sake, not this again. I think that if England are going to improve, we need to get Eddie Howe in as our manager, and I think we need to build up as a team. I think we need to go out, and I think the guys need to socialise for a bit because they didn't communicate.
To be fair,
once.
we did in some of the matches. Thingy, our manager he made so many like mistakes or substitutions and that.
Yeah,
And he brought him on at the wrong time as well.
It was.
No, I'm not saying like he was the best player there, but Rashford, the times that he
Rashford was
came on, he
amazing.
played amazing, and
But
he should have
funny
played him more often.
in that
I
Iceland
know
game.
he's quite young, but when he came on the pitch against Iceland, He created
He was-
chances.
Do you know he went forward with the ball and he went past more Iceland players in that he came on at 86th minute. He went past more, as an England player. He went past more Iceland players than any other player on the pitch in the
Yeah.
whole game, and that's absolutely shocking. I think the problem is in our group stage we should have done a lot better. I think in
Yeah,
the
we
group
should
stage we
have
should have
came
won.
top by a
But
mile.
we weren't really tested. I mean, the teams put 11 in the box and just stopped us from scoring.
The embarrassing thing was that Wales are now beating us, gone further,
Exactly. But
and
Wales
they beat us in the
communicate.
group. And that's
The Welsh
Wales.
players communicate. They know they talk to each other in that icing game. They didn't in the back. They didn't talk to each other. That's why
Yeah.
we conceded through a throw-in, a fucking throw-in. You don't concede through throw-ins if you are
That was the
defenders in the
defenders
Premier
not
League.
communicating as well.
Exactly. They're not talking to each other. They're not doing anything, and that's our problem. Beatson don't add anything.
After sweating out on Black Ops.
He's probably still going like 5 to 25.
Or he's just left. Is he still in?
He's still here. He's probably just like he's gone through the cupboards, the kitchen cupboards, find the Sillet band,
Finding a
the
biscuit.
Domestos.
The finest
Find the
leaf.
Domestos and rope.
Wait.
Well, I think that's all I've got to say about. I think final predictions. I think Germany, Belgium final. Germany are going to win.
Yeah.
2-0.
Mm. I
That's
was
my
thinking
prediction.
France to win it, but the way that Germany have played and
I
just
think
their team,
Germany looks
Germany, I
much
reckon
better at the
Germany will
moment.
get it.
I think France would score too late at the moment. They're not scoring
See,
many goals.
I thought Spain might have had a chance. Like this was when I said before
Yeah.
I saw them play their first match. I thought they had a chance, but the way
Yeah.
they played as well, they didn't. They only
Well,
scraped 1-0 in that.
Well, they seem to want to play a certain way, the Spanish way, the tiki-taka play. But when these teams figure that out, they have nothing else, and
Yeah.
the manager and the coach doesn't change the way they play, and they're just stuck in this one form of play, and it like if you look at Germany, they can go from defensive play, like possession play, and then just out of nowhere they can attack with long balls into the enemy, the opposition box, and that's what makes them so good. They're just flexible. Spain play one way and no other way. They don't change for any other team,
Yeah.
and that's why I think Italy were. I watched the game, and Italy were so much better.
Mm.
They were so much better.
Mm.
So that's all I've got to
Chris,
say.
what do you
about
think?
the,
Who's going to be in the final?
Euros.
Oh, who's going to win? Even who do you think is going to be in the final with them? Mm. To be fair, all the teams like most of them are underdogs now. They've
I think Poland look very good. I think Poland could
Wales
challenge,
look quite good at the moment.
but I don't think they have a chance against Belgium.
Who have they got next?
Belgium. I
I
don't think they'll be Belgium.
Mm.
I'm honestly, I think
See,
Belgium look
Belgium,
really
they've
strong.
been underdogs, really, haven't they?
They've been
playing
underdogs,
really.
but they played really well. I mean, they
Yeah.
played.
They've
I
got
think in
some
their group.
pretty nice, like good, decent players in there.
Well, you look at their team, and it's De Bruyne, Lukaku. They've got players like Alderweireld, Vertonghen, and
Hazard,
9 goal of Hazard. They've got really good players.
Fellaini in it.
Fucking Fellaini. Fellaini's not a football player. He's a cunt. But
See, he went blonde.
yeah, I thought he looks like a.
He looked like
more
a
of
toilet
prick.
brush.
Chris, what is up with the Adolf Hitler shit? What do you mean? Don't worry. Don't worry. You're putting Adolf Hitler on Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, right.
Don't worry. Right. Finally, that's all I've got to say.
thing.
Anyone else want to say something?
I think James is dead.
Right.
Well,
Okay. I think
James is
that's
dead.
all for the stream, isn't it?
Seb's like gone. Chris is just there.
Well, I
Yeah.
think we should end it here.
I got nothing else to say. Just chilling on GTA.
That's been it from the Mooses and Baby Moose.
Happy.
We've discussed our topics, and I think in the comment section it'd be nice to know your opinions on any of the subjects, not just the referendum. Rather not the
The
referendum, to
dolphin.
be honest. Yeah, talk about the dolphin. So, that's it, and goodbye. Oh fuck. Okay, we're going now. Anything else? You waited for that, didn't you?
The next GTA. Even though there's not much to talk about.
I didn't actually see anything for the next GTA. I really haven't been up to it. Right, check
Neither
it out
really.
yet.
I was just putting it out there.
No,
No, we need
I
Seb
did
really
not
for
hear
that,
about
but
that. Oh,
we
really?
need Seb for this bit.
I think Matt LeBlanc is good. I think Chris Evans, he doesn't belong there. The only reason he's there is his car. The only reason Chris Evans is there is because he's got money and a knowledge about Ferraris. That is,
Knowledge.
that's his notable reason for being on Top Gear. I think Matt LeBlanc is there because he's funny and he knows a little bit about cars. I think Matt LeBlanc is good. I think they should just find someone. They should probably just put the whole Friends cast on there. I think that'd be good. Well, that would be better than Chris Evans and Matt LeBlanc. I think it will be. I think it's difficult, almost impossible, to get back to the glory days of Top Gear. No, they will never get. They unless they employ the free back, they will never get the same revenue or views because it's not them. It's Hammond, May, and Clarkson's show, not some random people that they get to do it. Ain't seen it yet. Oh, is there anything? Yeah, there we go. Mm. I didn't realise, but apparently Chris Evans was in trouble because on one of the Top Gears they tried to do drifts around a war memorial. Apparently, apparently they were Chris Evans had to apologise to everyone basically because they were trying to do drifts around a war memorial, and obviously that's not good. This is why they should employ Moose Gear to go onto Channel 4. Moose
That could
gear.
be something in the future.
Hopefully. I didn't like her
Yeah, but
anyway,
she's
so it's
just.
not really a
Yeah,
problem.
right.
I think the Chinese people really give a shit, to be honest. It's so funny, you didn't even laugh at it. Hold on. Oh wow. Is that the Dalai Lama or something? Why are you zooming in his face and her breast? Is that the Dalai Lama? That
Krishna,
I think
mate.
it is. Some sort
Been
of
good with
monk.
that.
Why have you put that on there? I mean, honestly, Chris, Jesus, we're trusting you, and this is what the hell is that in her? Like, look at her breast. What is that black line? Looks like E.T.'s finger or something.
What the fuck have I just come back to? E.T.'s
Oh,
finger.
What? The E.T.'s
I mean, no,
finger
Seb, we
is
talk
Lady
about.
Gaga's breast line.
Okay, are we still streaming?
What? Jesus,
And we
Chris.
were talking about Top Gear, and you missed it.
We can go back to Top Gear.
Yeah,
Apparently,
Chris, the
Top
head
Gear
runner.
are in Top Gear are in crisis.
I wouldn't say that. I mean,
Well,
get
apparently,
rid of Chris Evans, get rid of Matt LeBlanc, and you've got good Top Gear. Rory Reid. Yeah, I think get rid of Chris Evans, get rid of Matt LeBlanc.
I think Matt LeBlanc should stay. I think he's good.
Yeah, he's okay, but seriously, the two not like main presenters, but the people that talk about the cars the most, Rory Reid and the other one, are brilliant. I really like them.
Hey, but they should have three in there. Why don't they have just Rory, Matt LeBlanc, and that other one then?
Yeah, that would be good. I mean, what's her name? The woman in it isn't the best, and Eddie Jordan just pops in once in a while, so it's not really good. But the first episode of Top Gear was shit. But it's got better since then, I admit. The worst thing about Top Gear is the star in the reasonably priced car because it's so long-ended and it's so boring. No matter who you have on, they had Kevin Hart on, which is a brilliant comedian and a pretty cool guy, and it was still boring as hell. They need to change
Yeah.
that. Get rid of Chris Evans. Hashtag get rid of Chris from the Mooses. I'm joking. We wouldn't be able to live without Chris, actually.
What do you mean we wouldn't be able to live with it? He's got a fucking cat with a unicorn horn on like Dalai Lama monk or something. What the fuck? Chris, what are you even doing? What the hell is that?
What is it?
So are we gonna
The
sum up
cat
this?
with like some like
Are we
little
gonna
sew
end
lolly
the
on
stream?
its head.
Sum it up. Just to be honest, it sounds like we're ranting about bollocks.
Wow. You actually. Oh dear.
Oh my god. Why has Kanye West now got E.T.'s finger as his breast line? Are you gonna put Adolf Hitler in there again?
What have I missed?
A lot.
You missed a lot. James is
So are
going
we
to kill
gonna
himself.
sum up this stream and end this stream?
Well, James is going to kill himself, so
Well, I
I
was
think we
gonna
need to
end it,
put
and then we
Rip
started talking
James
about
in the
cock
chat.
Right, I think we should end this. So to sum up, the Leave campaign has won our debate.
No,
We're
no,
not going to
no,
buy
no.
internal
You
warfare.
can't say that.
England are shit Euros, and top are getting better. Thank you very much for listening to the Mooses.
Said
I'm
full of
Seb,
crap.
joined you today by Chris Chapman, Jordan Alexander, Sam Oliver, and James Beatson. We are your
Now
Mooses.
said.
See you very, very soon.
Bye.
Don't get sushis. Has that ended yet, Chris?
Oh,
We
God.
just finished.
Chris,
Very
end
awkward
the
indeed.
Please end it.
stream.